And what makes it even more difficult, our people don't want to hear it. Matter of fact, that makes it better. Read that for me.
St. John chapter 15 verse 13. Greater love had no man than this, that the man laid down his life for his friends.
Christ said there's no love greater than somebody who laid his life for their friends or their brethren. So if Christ did it, I'll do it. So it's honorable. I already denied the things of this world. There's nothing here in this world for me anymore. So I don't know why y'all try to uphold the things that y'all been given. And it's all vain. It's vanity. It's for nothing. But you know what? Instead for the people that accept the truth, they would rather us go back and do what we were doing. Let you have your peace and your quiet. Nobody had a problem with me when I was selling drugs. Or sleeping with your, probably sleeping with your daughter somewhere. Nobody had a problem when I was doing that. But let me pick up the Bible. You get rejected by your own family. I was good when I was doing the things of the world. Throwing parties. I was good. But now I want to actually do what Christ did. Oh, this brother changed up now, or we think he is. All different types of hatred coming amongst me when I'm doing good. And my brother can say the same thing. Because once you find out that you actually following Christ, you will be hated the same way he was hated. You know that scripture? You will be hated for my name's sake. That's how you know you following Christ. You will be hated for his sake and the gospel's sake. Christ was not loved in this world. And it's mainly because he preached love. But if we was out here preaching hatred, we'll get more acceptance. And believe me, I was loved when I was out there hating on my brother. But let me try to do right. Now all of a sudden I'm different. I'm crazy. But if it takes me to lose the friends of this world, accepting Christ, it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. Romans 1 and 16. Read that.
Romans chapter 1 verse 16. For I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ.
I'm not ashamed of this gospel of Christ, man. But many Christians today, y'all ashamed to admit that you following Christ. But I'm not, me and my brother. That's how we standing out here. We're not ashamed of this gospel at all. Read.
For I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. For it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth.
It's the power of salvation to everyone that believes. So this word is for everybody that wants to believe. No matter what color you are. It's for everybody. But many are called, but few are chosen. Only a small amount will accept this word. That's why the kingdom is not for many. It's only for a few. Read.
To the Jew first.
To who first?
To the Jew first.
For the Jews first. That's why we out here in your hood, man. It's for y'all first. Y'all need it the most. We're the only people that's the most dispersed. The only people that can't even come together. But let me go in an Arab neighborhood. They together. Let me go in a Chinese neighborhood. They together. Let me go in the African neighborhood. They together. But let me come to the ghetto. Where the Jews at. Where y'all at. All type of different ideologies. And different opinions. And wondering why you can't come together as a people. Got the same blood running through one family. But this person here is a Muslim. This person is a Pentecostal. Can't you see religion is the reason for the division? We the only people who can't come together. That's how we come to y'all first. And then who?
And also to the Greek.
Romans 2 and 9.
Romans chapter 2 verse 9. Tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that doeth evil.
Tribulation and anguish upon every soul of man that does evil. Tribulation and anguish, man. Look at our condition. You can clearly see we going through that tribulation and anguish. We are on the bottom of the social class. Can't even excel to the top. Tribulation and anguish. And the reason why we in this condition, the reason why we were put on those slave ships, because we don't want to keep the commandments, man. We want to do what we want to do. Read.
Tribulation and anguish upon every man that doeth evil. Of the Jew first.
Of who first?
Of the Jew first.
Of us first, man. We want to do evil. We got the tribulation first. That's why we on the bottom. And then who?
And also of the Gentiles.
So the Gentiles also, if they're doing good, bad, excuse me, or evil, they get their tribulation after. Now the reason why we get it first, because the laws and the commandments were given to us first. So the people who got the commandments, if they fall, everybody else fall after. And that's why the earth is out of course. That's exactly why the earth is out of course. Read.
But glory, honor, and peace, to every man that worketh good.
To everybody that works good. That means you keeping these commandments. You loving your brother, you loving your neighbor the way you love yourself. Glory, honor, and peace to every man that works good. To who first?
To the Jew first.
To who first?
To the Jew first.
To the Jew first. And then who?
And also to the Gentiles.
So once we get our act together, we can be that light to the Gentiles like the Most High commanded us to be. But since we want to be rappers, drug dealers, gangbangers, we can't be no light. What good is coming out of that? And y'all make it seem like it's not easy to put these things down. When it's very simple, man. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. It's clear our people don't know how crucial it is for us to come together as a people again, man. But we'll come together to do bad. We'll come together to do something that's evil. When will we decide to come together to do good? Read that for me. Zephaniah 2:1.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourself together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
The Lord said we need to gather together. We need to come together. Give me Amos 3:1. And we're not out here to bring the nation back together because that's Christ's job. But I can at least start with my block. Because Flatbush Avenue alone is not even together. Let alone get the whole nation together. Read from verse 1.
Amos chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all families of the earth.
The Lord said only us he have known. Meaning it's only us he gave the commandments to. So once we break it and once we fail as a people, that leads to us being on the bottom. Read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
And you can tell we've been punished. Living check after check. You working 9 to 5. Our people dying in high numbers. Striving to do better and can't even make it. You can tell we've been punished, man. But the reason you don't see it is because you're being distracted. You sitting in front of a box, watching other people's lives and feeling like you a part of it. And it's making you feel good. Keeping you away from seeing the condition that you live in. Wanting what you're seeing on TV. Which is also a part of our punishment. We're going to want what other people want. We're going to want what other people have. But that don't start unless we start correcting ourselves first, man. And that's what we need to do. Stop looking at other people for a guilt trip as for the cause of the reason why you're in your condition. And that's why we don't blame the other nations for why we're on the bottom. It's because it's our fault that we're on the bottom. It's nobody else's fault. It's our fault. So now you got brothers out there cursing out the white man this, the white man that. We don't deal with that because we got common sense. If we would look at ourselves and correct ourselves, we would not be in the condition that we in.
That's right.
Common sense. So you're a weak person if you go on a guilt trip. I want to blame somebody else for your condition when it's your fault. Look in the mirror and correct yourself. And then correct your brethren. Read.